If I say don't touch my passport, you should know where I'm coming from. Me, I was doing good Samaritan. That was why I now experienced all of those things. And I was like, where is my passport? Where is my passport? You said what? After going up and down. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if it's your first time here, it's Queen V in the building. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you so much. Mwah. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for sticking around. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some hot gist. I know you people like gist so much, so this is me bringing my personal space into this channel. So if you're watching this video and you have not yet subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Let's grow this family, okay? I don't even know where to start. See my face now, I'm smiling, I'm looking like I'm happy. You guys don't know, you guys don't understand, what happened, what transpired. I'm going to be telling you everything in details. Yeah, so a friend of mine came to me and told me that his passport was having some issues, like his data page was no longer clear and he wanted to renew his visa. So he came to me and was like, oh, I need to go to Beijing to renew my visa. Please, can you go with me? Because like he just came to China recently and I've been in China for a long time. So he felt maybe I could speak the language better and maybe I could just find my way around better because he didn't used to travel a lot. Yeah, so I was like, okay, no problem. I can go with you. That's fine. And me, I was doing good Samaritan. That was why I now experienced all of those things. Okay, my passport was also going to expire like next year, so I was like, okay, fine, it's a win-win for both of us. Let me also go and renew my passport this time around instead of having to wait till early next year. So I was like, okay, fine, no problem. Then we decided to embark on this journey. Okay, let me start from Monday. Monday was the time we planned to travel because our embassy works on Tuesday and Thursday for passport issues. So like if we traveled on Monday, we would get there like late Monday, and then on Tuesday morning we can do everything and come back. Okay, that was the original plan, but man plans and God has his way. We booked our ticket early, like 1 week before, and then it was that day to travel, right? Like his passport had some issues, so like he needed to get an extra document to allow him to travel because the Chinese people are so strict on so many things. They will not just allow you to travel. So he got the document and we're like, oh, on Monday we went to the airport, and then when we got there, that was when Kasala bust you. If you don't understand, don't worry. Yeah, that was when the whole thing started. I wanted to get the ticket we already booked for, and then I was like, where is my passport? Where are you? Passport, where are you? It was not funny, like I don't know, I was actually calm. I didn't shout, I didn't panic. I panicked a bit in my mind, but I don't know. I really don't know how to, when it comes to situations like this, I don't know how to, like, oh my God, what happened? What will I do? I'm just like, calm. I believe it's the grace of God and the peace of God in my life. Yeah. So I didn't really shout or anything. I just called my teacher. I was like, oh, my passport got lost. What should I do? And she was like, I don't know what you can do. I was like, so I was just thinking, what could I do? But I just knew definitely I could not get my passport that same day, because like I remember the last time I saw my passport was on the bus. We took 2 buses to the airport. So the first bus, that was the last time I saw my passport. I knew I brought it out, but I can't remember where I put it again. So that was the last time I saw it, and I mean that was like 1 hour or 2 hours earlier. So I was like, there was no way I could find my passport that same day, because our flight was going to take off in like 2 hours. So like within that space, I didn't see a possibility. Yeah, so I was like, oh, you know what, like your own passport is okay, like you can still travel. Why did we waste money? Like, I was never planning to go originally, so like why do we have to waste money again and then have to come another day, because I even did not know when I would be able to travel. So I said maybe he could go himself, but when I said, okay, let's even try and see they will allow him to go with his own document and his passport. So we got to the security checkpoint though. That's how they said, this document is not valid. You have to get another one from the exit and entry bureau. So we said, okay, fine, both of us cannot travel now. Let's find a way out to make it work next time. So they also told me I had to go to the exit and entry bureau to get a document that would allow me to travel, to even go and renew my passport. Yeah, so we went there the next day. and we got the document that was required, and we came back on Wednesday. Yeah, so on Tuesday where I was, then we got all the document that we needed. Then on Wednesday we came back to the airport to see if they would not allow us to go on board. Yeah, so that day actually was okay, but the problem that happened that day was like, it was not really a problem, but like they were very not nice, because we booked the ticket earlier for like 700 RMB. Yeah, and then when we were about to refund, they refunded only 160. Can you guys imagine? So like that all money went off. So that was also demoralizing. Anyway, we booked another flight, and then they allowed us to use the document this time around. We got to Beijing safely and soundly. Everything was okay. Then we now had to go to the embassy the same day. Yeah, we had to go to the embassy the same day. So immediately we arrived at the airport, started looking for a way to go to the embassy. Then we used our map to navigate the way. Yeah, we got to the embassy. Then on getting there, like the way the man even welcomed us after all the stress. Anyway, he did not send us, but the way he even did not even, like, your embassy now, you should feel at home, like this is a place I can come anytime I have a problem. But okay, he just said, oh, you're coming for passport, right? Go to that building. If you see oh my god, the way this man explained the building, like there was a very tall building. You know, tall buildings, the way tall buildings are, right? Like if you are far away from it, it looks close because it's tall and it's obvious. So it was like, behind that building you will see another building, so go to that building and fill a form. So we were like, okay. Then we were going on. The building was not coming close. The building was still getting farther and farther. We're like, is it not just this building? And the man pointed at. We got there finally, but before we got there, we had to ask a lot of people, and the building was very far. The building that he said was behind it was about 10 minutes walk, and he was talking as if you just see the building, you just see the other building behind it. Anyway, that aside, we got to the building, we filled our forms, we paid for the passport, and then we had to go back to the embassy to submit the form we filled, and we also had to write a letter, like to say we are applying for a new passport. Yeah, so we got there, we submitted the form and the letter, and then we were waiting. Then they got to our turn. The man was like, two of you, why are you so problematic like this? Like, because I lost my passport and the other guy had issue with his own passport, so he said it's going to take a long while before he's able to do our passport for us, so we could not get our passport that same day. Then we're like, okay, no problem. Then he said he would make it for us, and when we get back to our city, we should send our old passport to him, and then he will send our old passport and new passport together to us. So like, okay, fine, no problem. Then we set out to go back to our city. And like before going back, we already checked the available flights. We booked online. Like you can easily book online. We use an app called WeChat. It's a very good app. Yeah, so we booked the flight there, and then we're hoping like immediately we get to the airport, we'll just go on the flight and go back to our city. That's how we were thinking. Let me say again, man plans, but God has the final say. Yeah, so you might be wondering, where is the worst experience? Don't worry, calm down, coming back to it. So when we got to the airport, we were like, okay, let's wait for our flight and then we'll take off. So we're about to get our tickets, and then the woman there was like, this name, and the name that we used to book the ticket was different. The woman was not like, oh, go and ask them at security point till they will allow you to pass. I was like, okay, another problem. So when I got there, they did not even look at the name. That was not their own problem. They were like, the picture, I did not have a picture on the document. They said anybody could just take the document and say it's their own. Fine, I understand them. I was like, okay, maybe that's actually true. So I was asking them, where can I get this kind of document now that you want me to get, because I'm not in my city. Then they were like, oh, that I should check it at the entry and exit bureau, or I should go back to my embassy and ask them. And I was like, my embassy is very far. And like, they were not even considering, like, if somebody wants to help you, like the person will say, okay, so what document do you have? Let me see what we can use. But they were like, oh, no, this is the only document they want. They're not like, okay, go and get a document from your embassy that has your name, that has your picture on it. I was like, okay, fine. That was the only choice we had, right? So we had to refund our ticket again the second time, and then they did the same nonsense, refunded very little amount, even though the flight had not gone. So we're like, okay, fine. We went back to the embassy, which was about 2 hours away from the airport, and we told the man that they did not allow us. So that was actually the next day. Like, we slept in the airport the day we finished our passport stuff. We slept in the airport hoping to travel the next morning, because like the flights, the cheap flights are usually very early in the morning or very late at night, and please, we are students, we don't have money. So like we were booking like the cheap flights, and then we're like, oh, it's just maybe just to stay in the airport for a few hours and then we take off. So we slept at the airport for about 8 hours. I can't remember the exact time, but we slept at the airport for about 8 hours. And then when it was time to fly, we discovered that we cannot go. So we had to come back to the embassy to get a document that will allow us to travel. Then we got to the embassy. I told the man, he was like, okay, no problem. He gave me a document. I had my name, he had my picture, he had all my details. I got back to the airport. That was like 2 hours drive. Okay. Then I got back to the airport. Then the man was like, okay, where's the document though? I gave him. Then he said, this one is in English, we don't understand. You said what? After going up and down, the person like, it was not in English, you don't understand. Like, is this stupid? Sorry. So don't mind my word. Well, I'm actually very angry at the moment now thinking about it. But like it did not make any sense. It was like, because it was not in English. And I was thinking, if somebody really wants to help, right? I know they have a lot of regulations, fine, but like there's still a way that you can still put sense into this matter. You have the document that does not have my picture, then you have one that has my picture and my details. Can't you just combine and say, okay, go? They were like, no, they cannot use it. Then we had to think of the next step, because at that point we didn't know what to do. And then their own entry and exit bureau, they were like, they could not get any, the document they also issued did not have any picture. So we're like, what's the point, since they were particular about the picture? So we sat down, we're thinking of what we could do. Then we thought that maybe we should take a train, because train had less security check than airport. Beijing is the capital city, so I understand why they are putting so much effort into that, but like that was just so very stressful for us. Yeah, so when we decided to go and take the train, then that was just hope safe. Like we were not sure whether they would allow us, but we were just hoping they would allow us. Then we went to the train station from the airport. There was a train that could take you directly to the train station from the airport. Yeah, we went there, and when we got there, it was not as if we could even ask and then they would tell us, so we can know whether to book the ticket or not. Like we had to first book the ticket before they would allow us to go inside, and then we'll know our fate. So we're like, okay, let's just book. And like I had slippers, soft slippers, hard seat and soft seats, and the journey was 28 hours, because if you want fast train, the money is way expensive, and we had already spent a lot of money, so we're not even about to think of fast train at that moment. So we just said, let's go for slow train, and we went for sleeper, because 28 hours is a long time. We cannot be sitting for 28 hours. So we booked the ticket, and then we entered the train station. That was on Friday night. Yeah, that was on Friday night that we were at the train station. Yeah, we were at the train station at Friday night. We bought our ticket and we entered. And then we immediately we entered, like wanted to know, okay, can they allow us, so we can know what we should do. So we asked them, but they said they don't know if they will allow us until the train arrives. So we had to wait for the train to arrive before we could know whether they will allow us or not. Yeah, so when it was now, we slept at the train station. At this point, it was cold, guys. It was cold. I could not even sleep because of the cold. And like, I don't know why they opened their windows and there was no heater in the train station, but it was very bad. It was really cold. It was like, I think 6 or 4 degrees at night, and there was no heater. Yeah, so it was very cold, and so we just had to manage. I know, like sleeping in the airport and train station for 4 days straight without resting in a comfortable place, without having where to take shower, guys. Like there was no way to take showers for 4 days. This was the longest I had gone without taking shower. We were just washing our face, washing our teeth, washing the important part, and rub and shine. Here we go. Yeah, so like we got there, we waited for the morning, because that was when they were going to know if we could go or not. Well, in my mind I was thinking, if we're not gonna ask them and they say no, we now have to go. Because Chinese people are like this. If you give them, I think people generally are like this. If you give them something to say, they will find something to say. But like if you just act like everything is fine, they will not see the problem. But if you are presenting the problem to them, they would see it. Yeah, so we were like, let's just leave them and just try. If the worst thing that could happen, if we go and ask them and they say we cannot go, we will still not be able to go. If we go to the point and they say we cannot go, we'll still not be able to go. So let's just go and try and act like everything is fine. So we did that, and then we got to the security checkpoint for the train. Surprisingly, they didn't even say anything. I said, where's your ticket? And they said, you can go. Then when we got on the train, like about to enter the train, they also said, show me your ticket, and that was all. Like they didn't even say passport this, passport that. So we entered. Like at that point, we're like, finally, we were relieved that now everything is fine. So we got on the train successfully, thanks to God. Shall we say unto the Lord, all we have to say is thank you. And then the only time they asked for our passport was like inside the train, and at that point they cannot say, oh, yeah, drop and go back. So like we just knew like we were going to go back to school from that point. And they came to check our passport 1 or 2 times, but like they didn't even say anything, so it was fine. And the journey was like 28 hours. So for me, I didn't even feel it because I was sleeping throughout the journey. Like for 4 days, I could not sleep well. It was cold. I was not comfortable. So like I just had to sleep. I think I slept for like, let me say, 20 hours out of the 28 hours. And then the remaining 8 hours I ate, and then I just like walked around. I charged my phone. There was a place to charge your phone in the train station, in the train rather. Yeah, so that was how it all went. And finally on Sunday we got back. We landed. Let's use that word. We landed in our city. We got back to our city on Sunday, and the whole process was really tedious and really, really, really stressful. But I thank God that it was not more than this. It could have been worse. It could have been worse, I know. But like we were sleeping from airport to airport, train station to train station for 4 days, guys. 4 days. And then there was not even where to, because we are very conscious of the time. There was nowhere to like get reasonable food to eat. We are conscious, let's go and check if they will actually allow us to go. So we were eating food from the airport. I know how expensive airport food is. Yeah, so we were eating from the airport. This journey really drained my strength, physical strength, and it drained our pockets. Yeah, so that was what happened during this journey. So I can say this has been the worst experience even in my life, apart from in China. So it was very terrible. So the moral of the story is that don't lose your passport, and don't let your passport damage. So if I get my passport, guys, gold. If I say don't touch my passport, you should know where I'm coming from. You should know the point I'm coming from. So it was not as if I planned to lose my passport, but like I could have been more careful, right? So this time I'm going to be very careful with it, and I just pray everything goes fine. Yeah, so that was my own experience of this story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope my talking was not too much. I knew it was too much. Yeah, we are. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, give this video a tick thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. How do I start?